Hello, welcome back to the channel. You're watching the voice of Mzansi. Thanks for joining us today. Please stay with us till the end so you can hear the sources and try to verify the news for yourself. This morning, a tense scene unfolded at Crown Gardens Clinic in Johannesburg. Protesters had stationed themselves at the entrance, demanding that every person entering show their ID before being allowed access. Their objective was clear: they wanted to block anyone they believed to be undocumented from receiving treatment inside the clinic. But nearly a dozen Gauteng public order policing officers marched in and dispersed the group. Authorities explained that their job was to protect the rights of everyone seeking care, not to deny it. Lieutenant Colonel Mavila Masando told IOL that police did not want the protesters blocking anyone's access to essential health services. He stressed that stopping individuals based on citizenship or immigration status would violate not only their rights but also national health care law. IOL 1. The protesters, aligned with the March and March movement, accused law enforcement of betraying South African citizens by letting the so-called undocumented access services. Why are police helping illegal immigrants? Said their founder, Jacinta Nobis Zuma, claiming that officers were breaking the Immigration Act. She urged South Africans to open cases against any officer involved. Masando replied that people are free to lodge complaints, and in any situation where access is being unfairly restricted at health facilities, police are prepared to respond. IOL 1. National Department of Health spokesperson Foster Mohali added his voice, urging protesters to raise their concerns within legal boundaries. He emphasized that the Constitution and the National Health Act guarantee access to emergency and primary health care for everyone, regardless of immigration status. He warned that taking matters into their own hands endangers lives and breaks the law. IOL 1. For everyday South Africans, this touches on something deeply familiar. We've seen how protests can feel like public service, shouting for fairness and demanding accountability. But when protest turns into gatekeeping, blocking the sick or injured from care, it becomes something different. It becomes a moral and legal slip. Consider the parent with a sick child, or the elderly person needing medication. We expect clinics to be places of healing, not scenes of confrontation. When we see protesters blocking entry, demanding IDs, it reminds us that frustration with broader issues, migration, services, jobs, can spill over and hurt the weakest among us. Police were called in not because there was violence, but precisely to ensure that no one lost access to care. Health officials were clear: someone's immigration status should never determine whether they get a basic health check or emergency treatment. In fact, such behavior could violate both constitutional rights and health care law. Of course, emotions are running high. In communities already strained from load shedding, job shortages, and long clinic lines, it's easy to look for someone to blame. But it's vital to keep perspective. Hospitals and clinics are not policy forums. Their job is to heal, not to vet. Moving forward, if there are genuine concerns about service delivery or misuse of public resources, there are proper channels. Complaint procedures, oversight structures, community consultations, these exist so that we can talk, not shut people out. Because as South Africans, we know that health is a universal need, and denying it to any one person, no matter who they are, chips away at the social fabric. Now, before I go, let's reflect a little. If you saw that headline, what did you feel? Anger, outrage, sympathy, confusion. And most importantly, what do you think should happen when people protest access to care? All images used in this video are for illustration purposes only. Sources for today's story include IOL and The Star. And I leave you with a gentle question to carry into your day: how do we stand up for our rights and our services, without standing in the way of someone else's health. Thanks for watching, stay thoughtful, and I'll see you next time.